Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you all are doing well. Anyways, I'm hopping back into another album review, and this week I'm looking at Weird Al's self named debut album that was released in 1983. I felt there were some enjoyable tracks, but I don't necessarily feel this is one of his best works today. Alright, so hopping into it again. This is his debut studio album. It was released on May 3rd, 1983. The album has a runtime of about 33 minutes and contains three singles, being Another One Rides the Bus, Ricky, and I Love Rocky Road. Within its 12 tracks, 5 of them are parodies, while the remaining 7 are original songs. The parodies and themes consist of pop and rock songs of the late 70s and early 80s and satirizes American culture and experiences of this time period. Al had trouble trying to find a label in the early 80s to record an album. Jake Hooker, guitarist from Arrows, heard his parody of I Love Rock and Roll and suggested to Rick Derringer that he'd be the perfect producer for Al. Derringer agreed and convinced Cherokee Studios to record an album's worth of Yankovic's songs. This is the only album in his entire discography where the accordion is used in each track, as Weird Al plays the accordion. It's still Billy Joel to me, parody of the popular 1980 Billy Joel song. It's Still Rock and Roll to me was originally planned for the album, but was cut as Weird Al was wary the song would be considered dated 3 years later, and was also doubtful that Joel would give his blessing to even have this parody released for the album, so he never bothered asking for his blessing. Also, Yoda, parody of Lola by The Kings, which was written in 1980 during the initial theater run of The Empire Strikes Back, and also was a hit on the Dr. Demento show, was also going to appear on this album. However, it was delayed due to the complexities of receiving permission from filmmaker George Lucas and the Kings' publishers, until its release in 1985. Now, let's go ahead and hop into some of the tracks. We start the album off with Ricky, which is a parody of Mickey by Tony Basil. The song focuses on the sitcom I Love Lucy. Yankovic plays the role of Ricky Ricardo, and Tress MacNeille plays the role of Lucy. I don't feel it's a bad parody, as it pokes fun at the show, as it was popular at and around this time. I Love Rocky Road is one of my favorites off this album. This parody's cover version, I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett and Black Hearts. The track talks about a person's love for Rocky Road ice cream, which I have to agree is a decent ice cream flavor. I just kind of like how in a way exciting and how kind of creative this track is in favor of this ice cream flavor. Buckingham Blues was originally going to be a parody of Jack and Diane by John Mellencamp, but the parody was shot down. Al thought about mimicking the sound of Jack and Diane anyways, but changed the track to be an original song instead. The track pokes fun at the prince and princess. I don't feel it's a bad track stylistically, with its sound bringing in more of a rock sound of the time. I feel, in a way, Weird Al is known for a lot of his food parodies, and there's a second one that appears on this album, being My Bologna, which parodies My Sharona, and I just kind of pronounce it like that to fit the rhyme scheme, I suppose, and that's how it's in this parody track, but it parodies My Sharona by The Knack. Despite being the second shortest track on the album, I feel this was an enjoyable track as it showcases a love for the meat. And again, just kind of feel like it's a fun and playful track. The final parody here on the album is his most well known from the time, Another One Rides the Buzz, which parodies Another One Bites the Dust by Queen. This is the original track that was recorded live in 1980 and appears to be the oldest track even recorded for this album. The track is about riding on a crowded bus with various different things happening throughout the verses, like practically being shoulder to shoulder with everyone, and even having different belongings missing. I'm going to close this out with Mr. Frump in the Iron Lung. I saw online that this track has always been a fan favorite. This is one of the original tracks that appears on the album, and this also happens to be the shortest track on here. Being one of the sad tracks, the track is about visiting someone who needed assistance breathing from one of these machines. So it practically tells the story of a narrator visiting this guy, Mr. Frump, until he passes away. Then the breathing that's being mimicked on this track is from an air release valve from the accordion. My favorite tracks are I Love Rocky Road, My Bologna, and Another One Rides the Bus. Today, I'll be giving this album a 3.5 out of 5. I don't necessarily feel it's a bad album, but again, I don't necessarily feel it's one of his best to date, as I feel he's gotten better over the years with coming up with parodies and originals. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Next week, I'll try to look at 2 albums. On Friday, I'll look at 19 by Adele. And on Saturday, I'll look at Ben by Macklemore.